Hello everyone and welcome back. So yeah, quite a bit's happened between episodes. I just kind of want to give you a quick catch up and let you know what I'm up to or what I've been up to, and then also what I'm working on to complete here in this episode. So last time I had mentioned that I marked out this area and I was thinking about trying to put a mob farm here. And as it turns out, I was able to just squeeze it in with a little bit of leeway. But yeah, it cut it really close, just an extra, block here and there on each of the sides. So I'm starting to build up this mob farm, and I need redstone to get the flushing system set up. I've also done a little bit of exploring. Found some sheep, some pigs. I've got a chicken over there. And I also went ahead and brought over some villagers. As you can see, the lightning rods, I'm trying to prevent them from turning into witches. I've expanded a few of my farms. The one that I actually need to continue on is pumpkins, and I'll show you why in just a minute. But one of the main things that I've done between episodes is I have found a couple of shipwrecks, and this is the loot. I also found bamboo, which I took out and started growing. That's how I have the scaffolding. So it's kind of nice that I didn't have to make a trip to the jungle. I also found moss, which is good. I'm going to start working towards a bone meal farm. Most of this stuff isn't that great. I am going to combine those because the Frostwalker is kind of cool to just have when you want it. Mending fishing pole, that's pretty good for later once I can start combining stuff, if I even need a fishing pole. I don't really like the AFK farms, and yeah. So I don't know how useful that's going to be because I don't like manually fishing. Kind of a hint as to why I need the pumpkins. But with these 2 diamonds, that actually gives me enough to make a diamond pickaxe from the diamond that I had left over from that village chest. And yeah, one of the other things I want to get set up this episode is my enchanting. I went down, I found some lapis, and actually, while I was editing the last video, something caught my eye, and I'm just going to go down and show you that really quick. Surprised I didn't notice while it was happening, but it ended up working to my favor quite a bit. And I think, yeah, this is the right one. So the other entrances did end up joining with the that mine shaft ravine that I had found. Here we are. But something that I had not noticed the first time around was over here there was this wooden planks block on the floor, and that usually indicates that there's more mine shaft below. I really can't say why that generated there. Maybe just because it was an air block and the mine shaft doesn't want to be supported on the air block, so it filled it in. I mean, that's my best guess. But yeah, so that means that there was air down here, and this broke into a whole new cave system. So I did some digging around in here and ended up finding a zombie spawner. Pretty cool. This is where I got the music disc that you may have seen in that chest. But yeah, so that's cool. I'm probably going to set up my enchanting setup for the time being down there, just because it's an easy source of experience. And there's one other thing that I want to show, and that's a different cave system and something that I've been something that I've been up to that explains my my turtle helmet. So I'm gonna head over there real quick and meet you there. Alright, so since I've been having a hard time finding caves, I had to start looking around the shoreline for water caved or flooded caves, whatever they're called. And I have found a few of them. This was the first one I found, and as you can see, I'm using sugarcane to kind of help me navigate, catch my breath, and you know, it's kind of hard to actually set this up when you can't see, because you can't place the torch. So yeah, it's not fun setting up these little stations, but you might be able to see I have another one right over here. And I was having to put these relatively close to each other because without the turtle helmet, you cannot stay underwater for very long. So that's where the jack-o'-lanterns come in. And this water cave actually ended up only having a couple small branches, but I found some more over here, and that is where I started using the jack-o'-lanterns. So I have another sugarcane set up there and here, and I'm just going to take a shortcut that I ended up finding over here. I started using these jack-o'-lanterns. It's a lot easier to light up an area and then just find a spot for the sugarcane that way. Speaking of which, I do need to breathe. So the turtle helmet actually up here, you can see it gives me this bubbles icon. It basically is, I think I looked it up, it's 10 seconds of water breathing before your air starts to run out, and that has been incredibly helpful. So I normally don't approach from this side, so I'm a little bit lost. But yeah, it's down here. So this is where I ended up finding my first diamonds. I haven't mined them yet because I really want a fortune pick. Where did that axolotl go? I want to catch him. Anyways, so these waterlogged caves are ridiculously hard to navigate. I found some more diamonds here, and then I have another trail of wooden slabs to get me over here, where I believe I found a third batch of diamonds. I've got some lapis, some deep slate lapis marked out over there that I'd like to silk touch, just because it's kind of a cool looking block. And then yeah, more diamonds here. So I want to fortune those though. So far I have not actually had to mine any diamonds, but I also haven't used any. So I want to change that today. I want to get my my enchanting set up. And I need to get some of my farms a little bit more advanced. Like I said, I've been collecting stuff manually, and it takes forever. So I'm gonna start working on some of that, and I will get back to you. Alright guys, so I'm down here at the zombie spawner, started setting it up, you know, carving out the room and all that, and I went ahead and I wanted to see where this hit the surface, so I climbed up and I actually ran into part of the abandoned mine shaft, and I found that they're pretty, this spawner is pretty well in line with the cave spider spawner. And I thought, oh, it would be cool to, you know, have a room kind of in between them so that, you know, I could kind of just have like a spawners area, at least for now, where, you know, I have a shared room where I go and have all my stuff, and then, you know, I walk over here. You know, I don't want to say AFK, but, you know, I get in range of this spawner if I want string, and then I, you know, walk, you know, down towards the zombie one to get, you know, experience, or if I want to convert it to a drown setup or whatever. And as I was kind of digging that stairway between them, it occurred to me that they actually might be close enough to activate both at the same time. And sure enough, they are. It's actually really close, but there is a little bit of leeway. Like, I had to move over a block away. I figured out this is the center point vertically and horizontally, in both directions. So, and as you can see here, the spider has the same, where I can, if I drop a level, it turns off, but, you know, it has a little bit of leeway. Actually, not as much as the zombie one. Interesting. But anyways, this spot right here, if I stand here, I'm activating both. So I'm working on setting up both. I cleared out a little room here to get stuff set up. And basically, yeah, I'm just going to start funneling the zombies in, probably within reach right here. So I can hit them here. Maybe a viewing window so I can kind of see the spawner. I'd like the same thing here, but, you know, maybe have the spiders under the window. So I've got spiders, zombies, and then maybe, you know, within reach right here, I'll have the enchanting table and, you know, maybe some storage, or I don't know. But hopefully everything will be within reach right here. And yeah, we'll be able to start getting some enchanting going. And then something I forgot to mention is, in this episode, I also want to go to the Nether so I can start brewing potions. I started making the point with the water caves and how they're hard to navigate, but I actually forgot to say I want to make it super easy to navigate by having potions. Water breathing potion and potion of night vision. Those two would make it significantly easier to get around in those caves. So yeah. Well, that was kind of weird. But yeah, so going to the Nether in this episode is definitely part of my plans. And if I can manage, I'd also like to find the end portal, which I know is nearby. I was kind of hoping to find it naturally through the caves, but it just hasn't happened, and like I cannot find any caves in that direction. Or at least I can't navigate those water caves easily enough to determine whether or not I can find it naturally. So if it comes to it, I'll just throw some Eyes of Ender and dig down, and then I'll find it that way. And, you know, that would potentially expose a whole bunch of new caves as well. So, but for the time being, I just want to get this set up and functioning so that I can start gaining experience for enchanting. Alright, well apparently I just hit the wrong button to start the recording. To recap, spider spawner setup is working. I have to stand right up against the chest in order to collect the experience, but the zombie spawner is still active at this point, so that's great. I need to get some soul sand in order to get them to cycle through to this point. I did my first enchantment, And unfortunately, you guys won't be able to see that, but I can show you what I got. And it is Aqua Affinity on my turtle shell. That's the main thing that I'm interested with there. The unbreaking is also really good, considering how hard it is to get the scoots to repair it. None of my other enchantment options are really that great right now. I actually don't think I checked the bow. Yeah, not great. So, long story short, I need to head to the Nether for soul sand, for blaze powder, to find the Eyes of Ender. Not to find, but to make the Eyes of Ender. And yeah, because really this is really slow and tedious. I mean, it's nice because it gives me string and spider eyes. I mean, I don't really know if the zombies have a use in their standard zombie state, but you know, maybe I'll convert this to a those guys are so annoying. Convert it to a drowned farm so that I can get copper from it at least. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna head over to the Nether. Alright, I am ready to go. I went ahead and put on this gold chest plate that has fire protection. I picked that up off of, I think it was a skeleton that I killed one night. I can't remember if I killed him on my little platform over there or on one of my trips. Well, finding the animals and the villagers and stuff, but either way, I really hope it's not a Soul Sand Valley, because those are hard to navigate. Okay. Just got to not get lost. Hopefully find a fortress and some soul sand. Why is he running? Interesting. Alright, well, I'm going to take a look around and see what I can find. Elytra would be amazing. But, unlike my last world, I have to experience the dangerous Nether without flight. Alright, so we kind of have a good news, bad news, interesting news situation here. So I went into the Nether and I did a bit of exploring and I didn't find a fortress and I was running out of, well, I did run out of arrows. I was getting low on food and basically I was feeling like I needed to come back. My pick was low. It's getting harder to get around, all that. So I came back and I did a little bit of, re-gearing up. I did a couple more enchantments. I got an efficiency pick, looting sword, and they're both iron because, I haven't gone to mine those diamonds yet because I don't want to do it until I have fortune because I'm stubborn like that. But yeah, so that's fine. So I went back in, and you may have noticed a second ago that this was actually dirt, and there's a few blocks that look like they might be missing here. Well, when I went back in for the second time, I was immediately shot at by a ghast. Well, I walked out of the portal. I'm just going to use this one for demonstrations because I have the other one all covered up now. So when I came out into the Nether, I came out and I saw a ghast and he shot at me, and my reaction was to back up trying to hit the fireball back at him. Well, apparently I backed up far enough that the fireball hit the portal blocks and came here, blowing up the ground. I honestly didn't even know gassed fireballs could do that. Well, suffice it to say, this portal broke. Well, I had no idea. I thought I hit the ball back at the ghast and ended up killing him, and I think I shot my last couple arrows again because I still have a severe shortage of arrows. But yeah, so I killed him and I went exploring. Found my Nether fortress, got everything I wanted to get from the Nether, and then I went back through the portal in the Nether, which was completely intact, having no clue that this one was out of commission. And I immediately died to a creeper explosion because, for whatever reason, I ended up in a portal in an unlit cave down in that area. So, having no idea where I died because it was a randomly generated portal, I had to make a decision. Did I want to recover my stuff using, let's say, air quotes, cheaty methods? Or do I want to just back to square one, get all new gear, have to go back into the Nether, go back to the fortress, get all the stuff again? Well, I chose to do it the air quotes cheaty way. I'm on a single player world here. I do have access to enable the survival and the cheats by, clicking on that there. And I didn't really want to go through all that again. I'm doing this to have fun, to come up with ideas for data packs, and I felt like that was a pretty crummy way to die. Not having known that my portal was broken, and then by chance walking out of a newly generated portal straight into a creeper. Like, my screen hadn't even loaded yet. I didn't hear a sizzle. I just heard the boom, and you have died. So, yeah, I was a little bit upset with that. So I opened to land, went into spectator mode, went and picked up all my stuff, came right back here, and switched it back off. So, yeah, that's where we're at. And now moving forward, I am desperately wanting arrows, which means this is probably my next priority here. I have all of the stuff that I need to make it now. The main thing that I needed was observers, I think. But yeah, observers, pistons, redstone. I'm able to make it now, so that's good. I can get going on that, and I'll have that done probably before I even start recording the next episode. And then I also took the soul sand and came down here and got the zombie spawner hooked up, so it's now working. I really need to replace this ladder and give myself a bubble column. So I closed that up. I'll put tinted glass in these at some point so I can see. But yeah, they're coming down. This is all good. Enchanting setup. It's working. So if I need experience for enchanting, I have access to it. I plan on making an Enderman farm soon. So that's going to be a lot quicker. But at least for now, that'll work. I also got... Oh, it's in my inventory. I got the blaze rods. I already made a brewing stand. I have nether wart somewhere. There it is. So I actually need to take that out and plant it. And there's my soul sand. So yeah, I'm going to get potions going. I'm going to get my Eyes of Ender going. I'm going to find the end portal. And that's all going to happen well, if not between episodes, then in the next episode. Because of the mishap with the portal situation, I'm kind of just wanting to draw the line here. It set me back on the schedule that I'm keeping for myself with recording and publishing videos, so call it a rage quit if you want. It's kind of what I did last night. I guess an Enderman dropped off a grass block. And yeah. So I don't think I have anything else. Oh, I guess I could mention these guys. The Wandering Trader, if he's still around. I don't think he is. He's probably despawned by now. I got vines from him. And rooted dirt, which after the fact I realized I already have moss. There's really no point for me to have bought that. But I did, because why not? So, yeah. Until next time, I guess I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.